It's axiomatic that if we didn't define ourselves for ourselves, we will be defined by others for their use and to our detriment. Audre Lorde.
Well, this project is important to me because I think that it's important for the world to see the experiences of a Black woman through a Black woman's eyes. And when we first met, you just explained to me the whole process of the imagery of hair. They see an afro and they think, you know, we're not clean sometimes. They think our hair smells. They think we're not educated. They think we have 5 children. You know, these are all the different stereotypes that goes through people's minds who don't understand that this is just our hair and how we choose to wear it. So I just thought it was very important to support you in doing this project to let people see, you know, that we are beautiful human beings, we are intelligent, we have multiple degrees, we are business owners, and we can be successful like anybody else. And that's why I wanted to just expose the world to how we see ourselves and how we want to be seen. And I think this project is great for that. Well, some of the stereotypes that I felt like applied to me differ from 3 years ago than they do now. So for instance, I used to think that a lot of people saw me as, you know, this angry Black woman who is, you know, just angry at the world. And I think that that applies, but it doesn't apply quite as much. I think that people see me as intelligent based on when I start to speak. Sometimes people automatically have this thought about me when they see me, but then when they hear me speak, they say, oh, okay, well, let's see what else she has to say, you know? So I just feel like that's one stereotype that has changed for me over the years. Well, I choose to apply the label of being a human being, number one, you know, and I'm just like everyone else in the sense that I have skin, I have flesh, I have blood, you know, so that's what I need to be seen as, number one, as a person, a human being. Another stereotype that I want people to know is that I'm a very hard worker, and I shouldn't be judged based on my race, based on how I look, but by my actions. And I think that's very important that people see what you do on a day-to-day basis, and from there they can determine what kind of a person you are. So that's how I choose to be identified, as a human, as someone who's hardworking. I'm also very kind. I love to give. You know, I belong to a church and I just practice those principles as best I can on a day-to-day basis. So that's how I want to be seen. How do I want the world to see me? I want the world to see me as Melissa. As I mentioned before, you know, I just want to be seen as someone who is just as hardworking as the next, someone who is smart, someone who is resourceful, someone who is caring. You know, I think that those values show through in my day-to-day life, and that's how I want the world to see me. I want people to see me as someone who contributes to the world in whatever way that I choose, through, you know, my business, through giving, through, you know, mentorship, whatever. I want people to see me for who I am and not just see my skin color or see my fro, you know, or see my kinks or naps or whatever they want to call it, you know. I want them to see me for who I am, just like they would see their sister or their mom or their aunt. I think that Black female identity on a national level is so complex and so, you know, misunderstood on the level of when people don't understand something, they either make up things or they just choose to dismiss it completely. I think that we are misunderstood because people tend to think that, again, we have like this aggressive nature or this attitude, so they don't necessarily want to address it. I know that some of my Caucasian friends, they'll say, oh, I love your hair. They want to touch it. They're curious about it. Which, you know, it's okay with me if that person's very close. It doesn't matter what race they are, but if I don't know that person, it doesn't matter what race, they're not touching my hair. period. But going back to your question, I think that on a whole, we're not understood. I think that people don't understand our needs. They don't understand that, you know, we don't have to wash our hair every day. That's kind of simple for us, but it's like, you know, oh my God, it's a mystery to someone who doesn't understand our texture. And that's just on a smaller level. You know, there's certain requirements that we need as Black women that perhaps, you know, women of a different race may not need. For example, we might need to grease our hair. We might need to put a little oil on that, you know? So these are just like things that, you know, come across that people may not see. And I just think that we don't want to be judged. I think that that's a really important thing. When someone doesn't know something, I think the most crucial thing to do is ask, you know, and ask with an open mind, because you may not get the answer that you want to get. So, you know, if someone doesn't understand something, they don't understand hair, they don't understand why our skin may be a little bit drier, just ask us. They don't understand why we sleep with a bonnet, just ask us. You know, we sleep with a bonnet so that the cotton pillowcase doesn't dry out our hair or break it off. You know, these are simple things that we live each day with that, you know, I feel like if the conversation became more open, then we would, there would be less tension, there would be less, you know, people not understanding each other. When knowledge is there, I think that it's a beautiful thing, and I think that it binds us together regardless to if we all see eye to eye. At least we'll be on the same page, like, okay, I understand this person is different, but I also, I can live with this person, you know, because I'm different too, so let's be different together.
Hi, my name is Ijamadi Ihanacha. I'm a fine art photographer and creator of the reImagining. Thank you so much for taking a moment to understand why this project is so important to us. Please help us make this historic project possible. 100% of your donation will go towards the creation of this exhibit. Visit us at idxstudios.com for more information on how you can help the reImagining.